Welcome to the podcast, hablemos de lo nuevo. For the G's, by the G's, ¿qué pasa en el terreno? Vienen jugadores y se van, traiga lo nuevo, a huevo. Doesn't matter where you from, Salvador, Mexico, Honduras, Nicaragua. Todo mi latino, come and listen for an hour. TikTok, que traemos lo que quiere, todo lo que pasa dentro y fuera de las redes. Really? You don't know what it is. Reportamos con la lupa what we see at the digs. En las buenas y en las malas yo diré la verdad. Si cometen un error o tienen habilidad, la calidad del rival cuando viene a jugar. Facts. Yo no me muerdo la lengua. Got love for the crest in the city I came from. Los campeones de campeones y con copas mi Rizon. Empezamos el programa, soy la voz de LA One. Soy la voz de LA One. Love. Yeah.
Hello, hola, and buenas, and welcome back a otro capítulo de La Cuna Galaxiana, a podcast always made with love for all of you LA Galaxy fans, wherever you may be, for all of you MLS fans, wherever you may be, and for everyone in chat. Thank you so much for being back here with us. Man, I'm just sitting here backstage, rocking out to the Arquitecto Verbal, and thanking everybody that we are so lucky enough to be able to hang out with everybody. But today, we're going to be taking you back to the CVI as the Galaxy got their first victory of preseason, beating Minnesota United 2-1 behind two fine Tucker Lepley goals. We'll give you our thoughts on the match, the second string side, quote unquote, that started the match, and the Galaxy giving up another set piece goal. We'll be joined by one of our frequent friends of the show and guest, Galaxy Outlawz President Manny Martinez, on the supporter group's 6th anniversary week to reminisce about Outlaw's best moments and tell us what they might have planned maybe for 2025. Maybe we'll get an exclusive out of him. We'll also get his thoughts on the Galaxy's preseason so far, if Galaxy fans should be worried at all about the departures, maybe an injury here or there, and what he thinks of the new Galaxy away kit that dropped today. Plus, Lucas Sanabria got his first minutes in a Galaxy shirt, all of that and more on this episode today. But let me go ahead and introduce myself. I'm Rob Halon, one of your co-hosts. You can find my written work at the Sporting Tribune and also at Extra Time Talk. And you can find me online at El Escudero de LA. And of course, since I'm sitting here today, you know my main mate over there on the other side is here as well. El yerno guapo, el gitano perdido, y el papá de Natita, Anandita Kirana. Otra vez con nosotros. Hey, what's up, Papa?
Vamos. Man, it's what, a week or so away from the first opening day, right? Opening weekend. First on Sunday. So we just gotta wait one more preseason game, and that's it, Papa. That's it. So yeah, exactly, right? Who sings that, by the way?
Oh man, I don't even know.
That's one of those one-hit wonder, like Vanessa Hudgens types, right?
Oh, that's when I was on my sandwich and watching Dawson's Creek, man. Ooh, sad times.
That's what that was from. But yeah, no, super stoked to be back, man. Super stoked to have Manny on, and yeah, it's gonna be a little different, guys. So I tweeted about this earlier. This is a good one for all y'all, especially getting to the season. You're trying to figure out, where you're gonna get your 6-game pack or your season tickets. If you want to be part of supporter group where you want to sit, this is a good one. If anyone is, I know I'm trying to sort myself out at the moment. That's for damn sure. But if you guys are interested or were interested in sort of supporter group culture or what that's like, this will be a good pod for you guys. For sure. And we'll get we haven't talked to Manny yet this year, so we'll get his early takes on what he's seeing on the pitch, and if the Galaxy have a chance of maybe winning a trophy this year. Who knows? We'll talk to him about that. But Papa, of course, I'm since you always ask all the questions, I'm gonna ask you the first one. Please, por favor, do one word match reaction.
Damn. Again, like last week, I'm unprepared. One day I'll get professional on this, but I think I think the off the cuff reaction is better. So I'm gonna go. It's not one word, but it's just like a phrase. Keep on trucking. It's like again, they're doing what they need to be doing out there. I don't see any big alarm bells. In fact, I'm gratified to see the performance of one Galaxy player who's one of our favorites. But yeah, we'll talk more about him. But yeah, keep on trucking.
I like it. I'm gonna say youthful. We saw a lot of the young bucks, and they had a lot of energy, right?
Ooh, can I change mine?
What's up? Go ahead.
Ooh, can I change mine?
You're allowed. You're allowed one change per season.
Ooh, oh, one per season? Dang, no, I'm gonna save it. Then.
One per preseason. No, one per preseason. Then I'll give you a mulligan. I'll give you a mulligan. How about that?
Oh, okay, cool. No, I still like keep on trucking, but you know, Marvin G the other day was talking about how he was inspired about stuff. I was inspired by the second string. I was very pleasantly surprised. So anyway, that's mine.
Yeah. No, man. I mean, youthful, right? It was good to see the young bucks out there. It was good to see the guys who are trying to break into the first team. Again, we talked about this. It's this repeating theme of like, it's predictable. We know what to expect from a Greg Vanney team. They understand the system. They understand how the pieces work. The technical ability and some of the passage of play, some of the chemistry, some of the link up might not be there yet. But even for the first team, right? It's preseason, still early, a lot of new faces to bet in. But no, I like what I'm seeing. And, even in preseason, we got the result with most of the second string on for most of the game.
Yeah, first preseason win. So the Galaxy are still undefeated in preseason. Of course, that means absolutely nothing other than they're trending well at the end of the season. Whether or not you have that MLS Cup in your hand is the big indicator. So no trophies given away in preseason, but I like what I'm saying. Guys, we're gonna get going here because we do have El Presidente and also you don't want to keep a birthday boy waiting. So you guys obviously you guys are here in chat with us. We're so lucky that you are. Thank you so much. Keep on subbing, keep on liking these shows, keep on hitting that, keep on telling your neighbor about this one. If you know any G's in your life, they're like, man, you know what? There's a lot of good Galaxy content out there, and there is. Add one more to their list, which is hopefully us. So guys, can't say it enough. We're at 460. We're trying to get to 500. We're on the march, and you guys are going to get us there. Subscribe to that YouTube. Also, we got that horchata fund going on. So if you guys are so inclined, go ahead and hit that buymeacoffee.com/La Cuna Galaxiana. And like Ananda said, we are now 10 days away from the official home opener, February 23rd against San Diego FC. So, Ananda, do you think we're ready for the man himself?
Yeah, ready for the man himself. Just really last bits of housekeeping. You guys wanted to find us at La Cuna Galaxiana as all of your tags on your favorite socials. Mine and Rob's handles are right there. So mine is, you can, like I always say, follow me, block me, or stalk me at Nanda Galaxiana. You can always follow Rob at El Escudero de LA. And check him out, guys, at the Sporting Tribune. That's where he's writing his articles these days. So go ahead and check out some of his good work, and he is going to be, I know he's hard at work at some new articles as well. I think you're writing one about Gabriel Peck pretty soon here, Papa. So
Gabby,
be on the lookout for that. And of course, Papa, como siempre, antes de olvidarme, buenos días, tardes o noches, y bienvenidos a otro capítulo de La Cuna Galaxiana. Vamos, ya estamos listos.
Aquí vamos. We did say earlier today that we were not going to tolerate bullying. It looks like they're bullying Manny already in the chat. So let's go ahead and get him on here quick so he can defend himself. Without further ado, we are joined once again by our special guest and friend of the show, Galaxy Outlawz president, Manny Martinez. Bienvenido de nuevo, nuestro presidente. ¿Cómo estás?
How's it going? Bien. All good, man. All good. Enjoying. Thank you guys for having me. And that's messed up. They already started bullying me with the hot dogs. Huh?
Yeah, I mean, we still don't know the story. Maybe you'll reveal today. Maybe you won't. Who knows? But we want to thank you for coming back. How are you feeling? It's a new year, man. We give a warm reaction to the match all the time. So maybe what's yours for Wednesday's game?
Leppy. He had two. He went for the third hat trick. Can't be I can't be mad at him if he's going for three. So there you go. That's for him. And then if you want to know the hot dog story, show up to our tailgate on the 23rd. You might see why.
Okay, this sounds good. You have a promise. If you want to know the hot dog story, the Outlawz tailgate on the 23rd is where you can find this story. I mean, I want to see how this is going to go down. Are you going to set up on a soapbox and be like, now, my people, the Glizzy story, or is it you going to rock the mic?
It's more of it's not a story. It's more of a. You have to be there, I guess. You have to see it. You have to see it.
It's a chisme, Papa. It's a chisme.
Yeah.
You're the reporter. You got to figure it out.
Hey, well, you
Unlike
know me.
Montoya over there.
Oh, pobre Montoya, pobre Montoya. Oh man. Well, you're here celebrating a momentous occasion. 6 years of Outlawz, man. ¿Cómo te sientes?
We're good. We're happy. Obviously, 6 years is still new to us. We're still learning, but it's last year was different for us. Obviously, for the going for the run and going for the cup, and then I know other groups have probably gone through that already. A lot of them already have. That's our first, and it's very learning and exciting, and we want to feel that. You want to feel it again. So hopefully this year we have something.
Yeah, well, we will get your hot takes on whether the Galaxy will get something or not. But today was the drop of the new Galaxy kit, the new away kit for 2025, dubbed the Rizon jersey. Man, this one is for me fire. I've been talking it up for a couple of weeks already. Ananda's grown on it, but give us your thoughts on the new Galaxy kit. Do you like? Do you not like? What do you think?
I already got in trash talked in our Discord. It's okay. It's all right. It's different. I was hoping for a blue one. I'm ready for a navy away kit, but it's cool. It's all right.
Do you not feel in the colors, or are you like not liking the design, or like you said, you were just kind of expecting that blue?
Like I said, I was just expecting a blue. I just wanted a blue. That's just me being selfish. Like I said, it's nice. I seen it in person, so it's nice. It's clean.
Ooh, I haven't seen it in person yet, so I can't wait. Ananda, you said it's grown. I mean, you went from I don't like it to it's growing on me. Now that you've actually seen it on the players, and seen the authentic, what are you feeling?
Yeah, it looks good. One question though for Manny that I'm curious about: Are you a Laker or Clippers fan, Manny?
I'm a Clipper fan.
Oh, that's why. Okay. That's why.
That's why. I was like, come on.
Nah, that has not, honestly, it's darker in person.
Okay,
but I just like I said, I was just hoping for a navy one. I did get the jacket, the anthem jacket, and it's reversible, so it has.
It's sweet.
That
looks fire.
So I like that one. It's pretty nice.
That one I saw. I saw Will. Yeah, we saw Will wearing that at Coachella. That one is pretty fire. I must say. No, I mean, look, it's like, I mean, Rob, you and I are Lakers fans, so I'm just gonna start with that premise, right? Like that's obviously gonna judge our, cloud our judgment a little bit, but. No, it's different. It's kind of one of those. What did I say before? Like I have to see it like on body, like on like folks and on myself, and like, I mean, dude. I mean, you're gonna wear it. Like, what are you gonna do? Like tie it around your waist? Like you're gonna actually wear this thing, right? I mean, you're gonna spend $150 plus tax, like presumably on this. So you better wear it, and you better wear it.
It's about $150 unless you got that coupon code.
Fair enough. Because to be honest, man, like the last City of LA kit, the green one that we had, that's becoming one of my favorites, dude. I wear that out quite a bit, man. Like that one, and the 21 kit that we had. So, man, yeah, this one is one of those. Like I said, it'll grow on me. The color is pretty out there, and so it's kind of one of those things where, from a wearability perspective, like I'm gonna have to grow into it, I guess. But probably when I see it, feel it, touch it. It looks different. Manny's seen it probably already, so he probably has a better idea than me.
I'm not mad at it because it's not Lakers colors. So when you see it, you'll see that it's not Lakers colors. I can see the similarities to it, but like it's almost like that night navy. I didn't like it at first, but once I start wearing it more with jeans and start matching it more, I like it. It's one of my favorite ones now.
Yeah.
So maybe you guys will like it more. As you guys see it in person. It's darker, like I said, it's darker in person.
I mean, people are already starting to put fits out there on X and Insta. So I mean, that's the thing, right? It's like one of those things where you're gonna wear a lot. It's a lifestyle thing. So it just has to grow on me just a little bit. But no,
can I address something on the chat? And it's purple and peach, not purple and yellow.
Okay. So in
stripes. Yeah.
In pictures it comes across yellow, but it's more like a peach.
Yeah, it's more of a peach. That's why I was getting fighting with the Lakers fans in our group.
I haven't seen it in person.
I did see some Adidas at Dick's Sporting Goods that match really well with it. So,
ooh, Manny putting the fits together. Nice.
Yeah, I did see
Manny
some
is
nice
putting the
ones.
fits.
I told my wife that if she was to buy those, it would look nice on her. Like, with the fit. She's like, okay.
Yeah, that's
something
I thought of for sure. I think this is gonna go with the ladies. That's definitely the color palette that appeals for sure. I mean, Rob, I know you like your purple, so I know you're gonna get one of these, Papa.
I definitely like my purples. Anyway, so Galaxy says in their press release that this is not just a uniform, it's a symbol of the team's unwavering commitment to embracing new challenges, igniting hope, and starting a new chapter in their storied legacy. Chief Brand and Creative Officer for the Galaxy, Will Misterbrook, goes on to say, it symbolizes endless possibility inspired by magic hour. Its purples, blues, and golden hues capture LA's bold, unapologetic spirit. More than a kit, it's a statement of identity, a tribute to a city that rises, rebuilds, and thrives. Right now, more appropriate than ever.
Yeah.
It's a kit that again I've been hype on this kit for a cool minute because like I thought it was going to be like purple and gold, and of course I'm a huge Lakers fan, so I'm still gonna be rocking all purple fit. I'm gonna be out there looking like Bloody Barney and stuff like that, but you know what, I'm gonna be wearing that with pride. But yeah, there's one more note on this kit, guys. So there was the kind of like logo on the sleeve that the team is going to be wearing on the MLS patch. They're going to have MLS Cup to signify that they're the champions. That's not going to be available to just fans. It's going to be just player issue. So the Apple patch with the Quasars is only, as well as the Apple patch with the Quasar, is only available for on-field performance for the players. So this was a league decision. And according to Nelson, who's head of merch over there at the Galaxy, they fought really, really hard to go ahead and make this available for fans. He especially shouts out Tom Braun for quote pushing and fighting alongside them to go ahead and make this happen, but the league did not budge. He also says that they hope to find a better solution in the future, but as of now, fans are only able to purchase a kit with the full-colored Apple logo. And before anyone asks, you can't get around this one. No, you won't be able to get this at Nicky's, Pele, Soccer Shop, nothing like that. So unless you get one from the players, and then then it's all gravy. We'll get back to Galaxy talk in a moment, but we want to start reminiscing with Manny a little bit. So let's talk about the Outlaws. You're celebrating that 6th anniversary. I know you've told us on the first time you were on here, but not everybody was privy to that episode. Sidebar, shameless plug. Go ahead and hit up that back catalog because we have had Manny on before, and it was a lot of fun. But you have told us before, how the group started. But was it a spur of the moment type thing, or something that you guys had been planning for a while and then finally put it into execution?
It was pretty much spur of the moment. Like I said, we were always friends and brothers that would hang out together. We used to always use his name again for sports, anything that has to do with soccer, futsal, paintball, you name it, bowling teams, you name it. Everything was Outlaws based on off of us. So it was just natural for us to call ourselves that. And it just grew to what it is now. Like I said, we met a lot of our members, which Kevin, I was our vice president. We met him in San Jose. Met Chapin during COVID, and stuff like that. They're part of our leadership. They're part of our leaderships and stuff like that. And a lot of things was just you bump into people. I would chase down people I would see in the street. My wife thought I was crazy, just chasing down people that had Galaxy uniforms or Galaxy hats, just to give them a sticker or just to say what's up. We were going through some tough times, so it was rare to find some out in the wild. But now, I see them every day now, so it's natural.
Yeah, man. So it's funny because for me, this is whenever you're on, it's kind of like a full circle moment for me, right? Because you're actually the one to have me first on any podcast. So you gave me a shot to come on the pod. And then, many years later, like here me and Ananda sitting in it, it's like you're one of the people responsible for it. You're also one of the people responsible for doing many, many acts of charity and community building out in the community. Right now I mentioned that it's still a time when Los Angeles is hurting. What's been one of the favorite events that you guys have been able to do in Outlaws history that that deals with the community and community building?
One thing, first I want to give the shout out to last year's leadership and group. Obviously without them, none of this is possible. And then one thing we're able to connect with the charities that we try to help out with. We like to actually get to know a little bit more about them. We've gave, to Long Beach, over there at Long Beach City College, they were hosting some toys giveaway. We were able to do that. We sent out toys to Mexico. We also do something here in East LA, another school for kids. We did some. Obviously, we took some kids from some skateboard program to a game. They're also sponsored by DGK. They have like boards there, and they're able to do their own boards. And it's an after school program where they get points and they are able to go to skate parks.
That's dope.
Just connecting with other people from all across LA is beautiful. Like, never did I think that or thought that I was gonna be able to do this. Like, you know what I mean? Actually make some type of difference in, whether it's just a game or something.
Anand and I have been personally touched by events or different things that you've done. So shout out to you and Outlawz leadership for taking pride in Los Angeles and trying to make that world better, right? Ananda spoke at the beginning of the show about, there's never been a better time to be a supporter. And honestly, that's one of the biggest things that I miss. I got huge FOMO by seeing these groups come together and doing their thing. And, that's one of the trade-offs, right? And I understand that, what was me, right? But you guys started this group, and Ananda was showing this picture, and this is the first picture that I found that's a documented group picture of Outlawz, at least on your Instagram. So, from day one to now, how has the group changed or grown?
Like I said, right there, you look at brothers and friends. Right there, you see Brian Nags, you see Spenny from the Nags, and then the rest are my brothers and friends. It just grew. Like more cousins came in. Like I said, more friends came in, and then their family came in. It became a big family group, and then now we're past 100 members. Like I said, it's great, and it's beautiful to see that they come and they get to enjoy a good time, a game, whether we win or lose. But last year was great for us. We didn't lose at home, so they didn't witness that, but a lot of us have. So we understand and cherish these moments that we have that when we're winning. So, it's great to see how with the kids, I had no kids at that time. I had no, well, I did have a kid. I mean, I didn't have my daughter at that time. and then now my daughter's 8. So, to see her grow in the Galaxy also community, knowing her friends. My son, when I first took him to his first game, he was 8 or 9. I have a picture with him, and now he's 18 going to college. You know what I mean? So it's
como crecen.
Time flies.
Time flies.
Yeah, man, and as time flies when you're having fun, right? And so this is the latest group photo of the Outlawz on their Insta, right? We keep on talking about the supporter groups and community and stuff like that. For those people that are listening that may be on the fence about joining a supporter group or might be scared, timid, or anything like that, what would you tell them about Outlawz? Like, what is it the group stands for? I mean, you've talked about family and being connected, but go ahead and tell the folks out there maybe why they should hook up with Outlawz.
First of all, for us is it's family. It's fun, having a good time. That's a safe place for kids, for families. The majority of us have kids, so you know what I mean. So you'll have kids in different ages, but it's just not us. Like there's other they have awesome people. They're great. The great people go out and yep. You're gonna find your mix of who you want to hang out with, who you like, who you bond with more. Not only in the tailgates, but in the stands. All of that comes into play. So don't be afraid. Just come out and trust me. We are very friendly. Even though some of us do not look friendly, but we are very friendly. In the whole tailgate area. Trust me, you come out and say what's up to me. I'll show you around. I'll introduce you to all the other groups that are around us, and then you know what I mean. Just go on there, have fun.
Yeah, that's facts, man. That's facts. I knew no one going to the tailgate areas beginning of the year, and then after a few rounds, right? Like you start noticing these, like, hey, what's up, man? Hey, what's up? Like it's cool. It's definitely cool. You see all the kids running around, and yeah, like you said, Manny, man, it feels like a brotherhood, like a sisterhood, all that good stuff rolled into one.
Yeah, I love this vato right here in the middle on his knee, and then the homie just behind him has like his hand on his hand on his head with a scarf. That's love right there, man. Like that's just happiness in a photo right there, man.
Good thing about this photo, the only one there is my nephew, and the rest are people that I met in our group, and now we're family. So and the first picture you see more of my brothers and my friends. All these guys right here that I met through the Outlawz.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, man, because that's the proof is in the pudding, and it's right there. Get out there, say what's up, say what's up to Manny. Hey, like, I saw you on the pod, or I've seen you walking around. Like, trust me, this cat is friendly. Everybody on the group is friendly, and all the supporter groups, like he said, just get out there and have some fun. This is gonna be a great year. There's gonna be a lot of fun stuff, exciting things happening at the dig. So just get out there and join the community. Manny, 6 years is a long time, as we saw on the last show with our friend Marvin G. Right. Somebody in chat mentioned a couple of supporter groups that aren't around anymore, right? They've fallen by the wayside, and rest in peace to them. They were doing their thing out there for the Galaxy for a bit, and then they're not here anymore. But Outlawz has made it 6 years. What do you think has allowed Outlawz to endure?
Again, a great group of leadership, friends. Again, we didn't know what it was going to be. We didn't know it was going to be this big, or just, we're going to be 5, 20. Nobody knew. But one thing we did know, our love for the game, our love for the Galaxy, and that we were going to keep coming. So regardless of whatever would have happened, we were still going to be there. I was there before the Outlawz was there, so I'm still there now. They're going to bury me a G, like they say, right?
Yeah, no, all day. I mean, one day when I'm not writing anymore, and I'm soy viejito, ojalá que yo me caiga ahí muertito en las gradas del digs, right? If it is that they're still playing there, because hopefully I make it that long, right? But this is La Cuna and Bury Me a G are statements that are big for this community. So man, this is one of the philosophy we got the philosophy part of the conversation over now. Now I want you to start reminiscing about different outlaw memories. You've told us about the bus to San Jose on the pod before, how crazy that was, different things that have happened at the digs. What event or moment are you most proud of?
Let's see. The learning how to do banners and stuff like that, the drawings and the painting, the time that we spent together, doing the tifo stuff that we make little assembly lines here at my house or at our warehouse or something that, we spend time together, that, a lot of things people don't see the hard work behind it, the people that take their time, out of work and stuff like that to go do something for the group. Again, another thing, Houston was a great trip. Obviously we lost, but it happened randomly in our group. One person booked the trip and said hey, it's only $100, and then out of nowhere we went to 15 to 20. We were like, oh man, this is a bigger group than we expected. So that happened within a week. So stuff like that, it just, I don't know, it's a lot. The tailgates are always a good time, good memories with people. We do, obviously we do beer pong tournaments. We do stuff for other, for Central American nights, so like that. All of that comes into mind, and again, it's fun.
Foot golf was a gas, man.
Foot golf.
It was one of
so fun.
Yeah, it was one of the funnest things that I've ever taken part of. It was my first time foot golfing. I was getting over a cold, and I got re-sick after this, and it was so worth it. I still have a video of you giving a nice speech beforehand and rousing us all up. And congratulations to the winners of that event, man. This was bloody awesome. I mean, we have Miggy Gris there in the photo, Mike Gray, who was with us that day, who's in chat. Buenas noches to you, sir. Man, there. I mean, as you guys can see in this photo, I mean, this is numbers right here, and it's not just this dudes. It's there's women out here, there's children out here enjoying and having a good day out with their friends and family, like Manny says. Do you think that this is maybe your favorite moment? I mean, I asked you your proudest moment, right? But is this maybe your favorite moment, or do you have another one?
Maybe I don't know. Like this is one of them. This is great. Like again, you see a lot of the Outlawz members. You see a lot of non-supporter groups people there. You see other supporter groups there. So it's it's a community. It's not just like I said. It's not just us. It's a community. That's one. The community cup, that was a success. I enjoyed that one a lot. A lot of people came out. A lot of people enjoyed it. Again, I can't do it without our leadership. I can't do it without the community and that the other groups that are willing to join in as well. I know our Halloween parties are good.
I've had a good time at one of those before, for sure.
Yeah. So I don't know, like it comes in bundles, right? Like the community is always something. Like right now, I'm playing golf, like real golf, and we made a Quasar Golf Club, which is we're like 25 Galaxy fans now that are joining. That we play every Tuesday, and we play in the weekends. We're looking to do our first tournament. So it's a mixture again, like Outlawz members are there, ACB members are there, non-members are there, from other groups are there. So it just comes out to being a community. It's great. Come out to the blue, white, and gold pop-up. You'll meet a lot of people there.
Yeah, for sure. You'll have an opportunity to meet Manny and meet a bunch of different Galaxy creators, and the other supporter groups are going to be out there as well. So go ahead and get out to that blue, white, and gold pop-up. We will tell you a little bit more about that in our announcement section. Manny, we're going to put you on the spot now. I did say in the lead up that I was going to try to get maybe an exclusive out of you today about something maybe that the Outlawz are going to be doing. Do you have anything juicy to shoot our way and maybe pacify these rabid listeners that are out here looking for exclusives?
We are looking to obviously karaoke for our birthdays. It's Tuesday. Come out, it's fun. You'll see a lot of people having fun and enjoying some good R&B, rock en español, and all that type of music. It's fun. Not a lot of great singers, but a lot of good atmosphere. We're also talking about, we did a camping trip last year, but we didn't really announce it because we were trying to see how it will go, and we had the space. So this year that we found a space that actually can hold a lot more people. So we might do a camping trip during the summer. Our bus trip to San Jose. Come join. It's fun. You can talk to other people that enjoy it. Yes, we do break down, but the rest of the part is fun. The rest of the part is fun. Even when we break down, we have fun.
But I've been trying to do that story for years, man. The away trip to San Jose. Ask Ananda. I've been talking about it for years. This year, I'm gonna convince him. We're gonna jump on the bus. We're gonna document it. It's gonna be like Fear and Loathing in San Jose or something like that. But
maybe another bus to San Diego this year, Manny.
We've talked about that with the other groups. It's hard. It's a 3-day weekend. Some people want to stay there for the weekend. Some people want to do the same day bus, and it's hard to go back and forth. People have different ideas. Like me personally, I might stay out there for the weekend. I have friends and family out there. Might do like Legoland or something. Some people might go to across the street for extra activities to go party over there. You're putting too much logistics on the bus. So for us, it's hard. I don't know if any other group is gonna decide to take it on, but for us, it's hard. But do make the trip. It's gonna be fun.
Chapin is in chat and he says Chapin will sing El Rey next Tuesday. What's your go-to karaoke song, Manny?
I'm more like let's say R&B type, like Usher.
Ooh. Oh, I feel that
for sure.
I'm a little older, so I don't know all this new stuff. So you talk about I might hit you with a little NSYNC. You know, some Tennessee whiskey. I don't know.
Oh no, let's do that. Woo!
Yeah, every song que pega. You know, after a few shots, that's it. It's over.
So a couple shots in, you're gonna have Manny doing "Bitty Bitty Bomb Bomb," the banger by Selena.
I do a duet with Gio, so you know we do some songs too. So we already have kind of like a routine. We do practice. So we don't sing good, but we try to practice to try to do the whole show.
Hey, this guy doesn't even not only puts his Liga G team on practice, it's karaoke practice too.
Don't talk to me about Liga G right now. I'm not.
Yeah, I know. I'm hurting that it's not around. Shout out to the commish. Shout out to VG Gamer. Ziggy says Manny's song is Tennessee Glizzy. You know, I'll let you bully him later. But yeah, man, it's amazing to have you on here, man. It's great to hear about like your remembrances about the history of the Outlawz, and it's for me, it's, you know, it's much more than just like a soccer supporter group. It's kind of like we've said the word community a bunch tonight, but it really is a community group, not just a soccer supporter group. So, you know, it's great to hear what you guys have coming up, you know, different events that you guys have done in the past. And long may you guys be out here. I mean, we have a bunch of great supporter groups out in Galaxy Landia. I'm hoping for another beautiful 6 for you guys and beyond that, man. So Outlawz, happy birthday to you. And then may you guys have a wonderful celebration on Tuesday. Hopefully you guys you know, rock it out on the microphone. Ananda, you were gonna say?
I was gonna say before we, you know, get into the game reaction stuff, Manny, you want to give a quick shout out to people that are interested? How can they get involved in terms of memberships, etc.?
Just DM us as Galaxy_Outlawz, either on Twitter or on IG. If you guys want to come out to our karaoke, just DM us. I'll send you guys the address. All the G's are welcome. Just we'll send you guys the address via DM. If you guys want to come out and sing, even if you don't want to sing, even if you want to just come out and hang out and meet people, all of our leadership will be there. The majority of our members are already committed to going, so it's gonna be fun. We're gonna have prizes. So if you sing, you get into a raffle. So you know, you can sing ABC. It doesn't matter, as long as you come out and have some fun.
Yeah, yo.
Hey, there we go.
Get it, guys.
Yeah, get out there. I mean, there's gonna be prizes, man. Get out there, get on the mic. Well, let's get into some Galaxy talk here. We're gonna do some quick news hits, and then, you know, we'll go ahead and get a game reaction going. The Galaxy's League's Cup schedule has dropped. Their first match is against Club Tijuana on July 31st. Their second match on August 3rd versus Cruz Azul, and then on August 7th they finish the group stage, or phase 1 they're calling it, against Santos. And all these matches are at the digs, so go ahead and you know, pencil these into your calendar. These aren't like the Champions League games, guys, where these aren't in your ticket package. These should be in your ticket package if you're a season ticket member. So make sure and get out there and support the Galaxy. I mean, this is an opportunity for a trophy, so they need your voices. Manny, out of these 3 matches, which one are you most excited for?
Neither. I don't really care for no Mexican team, so I'll just be there for the G. So that's all that matters. There's a game, I'm there.
I'm excited to see Efra again on the 31st.
Really?
Yeah. And Ananda, no takers, no. That's nobody.
I mean, look, of course, once a G, always a G, but you know, Efra he's polarizing. There's like, you know, people that clown on him, and there's other guys, or there's other fans that really do support him. But no, man, look, I've made it pretty clear, I think, on when we talked about Leagues Cup, in terms of how insanely complex and ridiculous this tournament is. So I'm just gonna leave that there where it is. But you know,
yeah, you need a textbook to understand it.
Look, the G's are playing, and trust me, if we're in a semifinal about to get into a final, okay, I'll get up for it at that point. But till then, yeah.
Now the schedule's during the week, right? So now they just put them in during the week, so that's just an extra game.
Yeah.
Or during
more
the week.
fixtures.
More rotation. Right now we're dealing with some injuries, some new players coming in, so it's hard.
Yeah, well, this is the challenge, right? All the different tournaments going on, you know, and so along those lines of thinking, right, with all the tournaments, stuff like that, you would think that well, I won't phrase it like that. Somebody like Maya Yoshida is intensely important for a campaign like this when you have so many games going on. You need that leadership, right? But recently it broke through a Kevin Baxter article, shout out K-Bax, that Maya was unhappy with his contract. We kind of picked up inklings of that in the Galaxy's media availability day, the first one of the season, where Maya joked, or like, I'm making less money now, or something to that effect. And for him, since he's making less money now, he had to make a family decision. He chose to stay, he said, to not uproot his daughter again from school, even though he had different offers from a couple different places. But the good thing about this is that Maya isn't really upset with the Galaxy. He's upset with the league, who he says are making it difficult for players to stay. Says the team should have been able to keep someone like Jalen Neal because the fans want to see that type of player grown in the academy come good for the first team. And in his quote says, the fans want to see the player who grew up locally and succeeded in the club. This is very normal. Separately, along those lines, along MLS salary cap rules, Marco Royce expressed frustration, saying, I don't understand the rules, just flat out. And Dayon, the other day, at the CVI, he was interviewed and he said, to be honest, it wasn't easy. I thought I was going to stay in Los Angeles longer. MLS rules. Hopefully one day it'll change and this league will grow up. So that's harsh words right there from Dayon, but I think he's spitting facts right there. Hopefully the league will grow up. Manny, is the league getting in its own way? They say they want to be a top 5 league in the world, but maybe, in your opinion, are these things holding the league back?
I think so. One thing they've always said, they want to compete with Liga MX teams and stuff like that. And a team that just won a championship, you just broke it up. They build all this chemistry. They're feeling themselves. They want to compete. They want to compete for more trophies. They want to see how much trophies they can lift together. And in 1 year, you got to split them up. And then because of cash rules or something, you just won a championship. Like, that team should try to stay together as much as they can. And the league is not allowing it based on whatever rules they decide to change. Now you're looking for a whole new team to try to repeat, get new players into the system. You're losing, veteran players, quality players that could give you depth in other tournaments. You went from one season, now you're playing 5 tournaments, and with new players, not as much depth, people being mad over their contracts. It just makes it hard for the champion to keep trying to win.
Yeah, like Will Kuntz said, it feels like we're getting punished for winning. Ananda, do you feel like, I mean, obviously Maya's a consummate professional, right? But do you feel like at the end of the day, players will kind of find or look for
this is if you win, don't hit against the cap? Like, when I heard that, I thought that was absolutely ridiculous, right? So you're telling me that this is literally the definition of punishing a winning side, right? And okay, like, if the owners are going to get involved, they're going to say, well, it's, a big market team like in LA or New York or whatever, they're going to be able to sign, 4th and 5th DPs and all that stuff. And like, I get it. So then it's about pivoting and doing like smaller things, like, for example, not punishing teams literally for winning and having bonuses, which could be, we don't know what the bonuses are, guys. It could be 20-30% of the salary, right? Who knows what that number is? Hitting against the cap, come on, guys. Like, that's just too much. That's for me when it goes too far.
Yeah, it was wild when Will revealed that.
Wild.
You win, and you expect to lift a trophy, and in most leagues in the world, they do give you a cash prize, but then they certainly don't, like, hold it against you. It's like, hey, we're going to give you this money, but we're going to tax you. Like, well, dang, I guess just hold on to it then, like we don't need it. But you guys, it's gratifying to know that Maya doesn't really hold any ill will towards the Galaxy. It's more towards the league, just like we've seen with Dayon, just like we've seen with Marco Royce. And Marco Royce is he was in an interview and he basically echoing Manny's sentiments and saying, we just won a championship together, and we should be playing for another one instead. We have important players that left. But I mean, I'd like to say it's soccer's a business, but This is really the only league in the world where you see something like this happen. So hopefully that's like Dayon says, it'll change one day and the league will grow up. But fortunately, Galaxy fans, they have a man like Will Kuntz at the helm, who is with limited resources and with all basically everything stacked against him, doing work and bringing in players. We have told you about Mateus Nascimento, and his impending arrival from Serie A Brazilian side Botafogo. He was spotted at the Coachella Valley Invitational. This photo is per Miggy Gris, Mike Gray, so shout out to him. He dropped this one on X, so it's official. He has been spotted at Coachella. He's there with Gabriel Pecchi, probably talking about how they're going to ball out hard this year. And yeah, so it looks like this one is impending to be, official. We're waiting on the official word for this one.
Hey, Rob, it doesn't look like he's gone to the barber shop yet, so not sure if it's official. Like what Josh says, you got to go to the barber, the official barber for the team.
The Manny the Barbier cut.
The Manny the barber, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Shout out to him. I saw him at Coachella the other day, and man, when I just moved back down from San Francisco, I would make the drive out there to Long Beach and see him. He does give a fine cut, so I see why the players go there. Another deal that is now official is Christian Ramirez. He is now official for the Galaxy. Welcome to Los Angeles to him. The California native is back. The Galaxy exchanged $250K in 2025 GAM to the Columbus Crew for him, and another $250K of conditional 2026 GAM. This as per Corner of the Galaxy. Ramirez was making for just a shade under $500K in 2024. That's $495,000. And Will Kuntz says, we are proud to welcome Christian and his family back to Southern California. Christian brings a wealth of MLS experience and a strong track record of performance, most recently playing a crucial role in the Crew's 2023 MLS Cup and 2024 Leagues Cup trophy campaigns. A proven MLS goal scorer and even better teammate, we hope to quickly integrate him into the group during these final weeks of preseason. And the player himself came out and said, dream come true to be a part of this club. Growing up in SoCal, being able to watch so many greats put these colors on. Humbled to be here. Let's get it. Manny, this deal is official. Nascimento seems to be very, very close. Obviously, losing someone like Dayon hurts in the attack. But do you think between Nascimento and Ramirez, the Galaxy has enough cover at the position?
I think Kuntz did what the best he can. You look at Christian Ramirez, obviously he was one with the Columbus Crew. He also has CCL experience with Columbus. So that gives us an edge on the forward position because, playing in different parts of Central America, Mexico, and stuff like that, it's a different beast than just MLS. You're not playing with the best fields possible or the best conditions. So he knows that. So that's good for us. You have a young guy that's hungry, which is Nascimento. Based on his YouTube, he's very flashy. It's a different dynamic type of forward that he's usually having. Dayon wasn't like that. Ramirez is not that type of player, and also Barry is not. So you have three different type of forwards that you could try to help out Peck and Pencil with.
Yeah, Ananda brought that up last pod that Nascimento is a totally different type of profile than Christian Ramirez. Ananda, Nascimento, very, very close. If you had to guess between these two players, Christian Ramirez or Nascimento, who do you give the start to? Who do you think Greg Vanney is going to go with?
Oh, it's got to be Christian Ramirez. He's the seasoned veteran. He's the guy that knows the league inside and out. Manny brings up a really good point, though. He's got that continental experience, right, outside of the league. I think
true.
I think that's going to help us quite a bit. And that's why if you look even our midfield profiles, guys like Sean Davis, Winder, Sanabria, guys that cover a lot of ground, right, and have a lot of athleticism. So I think Will Kuntz has done a good job, like Manny said, especially, and I've said this before, I'm going to say this again, it's decisive, it's quick. Will Kuntz has a plan B and a plan C. I couldn't say the same about the front office of the LA Galaxy this last 10 years, right, guys, until now. So I think just on that alone, that makes me, feel good and secure. Now we just got to see the results on the pitch. We got to see these guys gel, and under the tutelage of Greg Vanney, I think it'll, I think it'll blossom. But yeah, the start's got to go to Christian Ramirez, man. He's the, I would say, the true number 9. He's the more seasoned veteran. Let Nacimiento, like he's still young. I think we've got to give him a little bit of runway. And then, of course, Miguel Berry, he's a guy that you're going to plug in like 15, 20 minutes max, from the subs bench. So that's kind of how I see that rotation playing out.
Well, speaking of the subs bench, the
Galaxy. Can I say something
Galaxy.
real quick? So,
Yeah,
all day.
We have to trust. We have to trust Will Kuntz because we have to remember Gabriel Peck was our second choice.
Yeah,
he was actually the
crazy.
And he MVP status. I think he's gonna come MVP status this year.
Oh no, for sure. I mean, Ananda said I was working on an article
yet.
Oh yeah, no, he definitely has my trust. I mean, I look at the guy and I'm just like, no, this guy's brilliant, right? No, but you said it. Gabriel Peck was a second choice. I don't know if y'all remember, he was actually a third choice. They went for Ramon Sosa, and then there was somebody else as well. It's not at the top of my head, but Ramon Sosa I think was one of them. There was another one, and then it was Gabby Peck. So you got, like Ananda said, they have a plan if they don't get their plan A or their plan B or their plan, and their plan C is Gabriel Peck, who's about to be, potentially going on an MVP season.
And it's quick, it's decisive. We're not starting the season with Miguel Berry, guys. We have cover in that position, right? So yeah, just putting things in perspective.
Yeah, and also Kuntz has let people like Dejan, right? He wanted to get paid. He's having a kid. He made what he had to do to make sure he was happy. Other players also, they had to let them go or trade them. He made what was best for the player that, they talk with each other. So that gives all these younger players that are trying to use the league as to move to Europe or to move to a bigger league, that comfort, like, hey, they're going to do right by me and they'll come.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, players talk, and Greg and Will also talk about, we don't want just good players, we want good men, and that I think that holds true for the organization now as a whole. I think they kind of all hold each other to account, and everything that I've seen in Tom Braun, everything that I've seen in Will Kuntz, even in Greg, like they're good guys. Like at the end of the day, one day, Galaxy fans might not like their performance, but I don't think they could ever say that these guys are a-holes, because they're not. I mean, they're good guys. So that's actually one of the great things about the CVI is that you can kind of walk around and just catch them with their families. They're just hanging out, and they're not too cool for school. They're very, very approachable. I personally have seen Tom Braun walking around just like getting photos with people, and that's one of the great things about the CVI, which is about to culminate this weekend. And then if you guys weren't aware, the Galaxy did play their third match just recently in the CVI. They earned a 2-1 win over Minnesota United on Wednesday afternoon. Tucker Lepley went off. Shout out your boy did the thing, man. He registered a brace, and Miguel Berry had an assist as the Galaxy earned that first win, like I said, of preseason. Let's look at the starting 11, because the starting 11 was a lot of people were saying second string. A lot of people were saying the subs. I like to use the word depth pieces because, I think the goal for the Galaxy is to have any one of these players be ready to plug into the first scheme when they're needed. So I'm going to go ahead and say depth pieces. The one that kind of threw me, because, we've been talking a lot about the goalkeeper situation here in Los Angeles. I don't know if it's a situation, but, just kind of like what's going on with the goalkeepers. McCarthy starts. Zanka got his first start. And then, you see mostly a side that is comprised of trialists, homegrown players, and yes, some more bench depth pieces. Manny, we just, we've been talking about the goalkeeper thing. We saw John McCarthy start this match after missing out on the last one. Greg told me in a post-match presser that McCarthy kind of ruined his game plan last year by being so good, and the feeling is now that the job is Mikovic's to lose. What do you make of the whole goalkeeper thing here in Los Angeles?
I think it's McCarthy. He's proven that he's won, so it's his job to lose. I don't think you just give it away like that. If there's something else that we don't know, then I guess just like out there, right? Out there has to fight for that spot back. Nelson came in. He was a depth. He won that spot. They've been playing good. They have good chemistry. Now it's Alde's job to take that back. There's nothing wrong with competition. I love competition within the group. It makes the team better, makes the depth better. It gives every 5 minutes that you play, they mean something to you. So I'll take that.
Yeah, and this lineup went out there and showed really, really well. They acquitted themselves masterfully. They weren't afraid to take people on. They were, you could see the game plan was there, if not always an execution, an idea. Sometimes the passes weren't the crispest, but el hambre estaba ahí. Estos jugadores estaban peleando por la camiseta because they're trying to, literally fight for, if not a spot in the first team, then a spot on the team altogether, right? So you have players that are literally fighting for a job out here. You see some players that are trialists, like Kusevski. No, I believe Kusevski's at VCFC. So yeah, man, it's interesting to see, the difference in play styles, right? Because you saw the second team or who would be considered the starters come in, and there's a little bit more calm about the play. The team that started this match for me was a little bit more anxious and frenetic because, again, they're just hyped up on trying to get that spot. So for me, the second string did well. In fact, it was the quote unquote starters that gave up the goal. So yeah, I mean, any impressions from you on this lineup, Manny, on maybe who did themselves some favors and impressed you from the second unit?
Leppy impressed me, obviously out there. I like the way he plays offensively. Like you said, they're playing for minutes. There's minutes to get this season. There's plenty of competitions that you could just join in and give a starter some rest and gain some points. So I'm good with that.
Anandita, you've had the pleasure of meeting Lepley, Tucker's pop, and you've had nice conversations with him. You've talked to his proud papa. You see Tucker scoring 2 goals on the day. He scored his first one, immediately ran over to his pop, gave him a hug. How much do you think that this means to not only Tucker but his dad?
Yeah, I think it means a lot. And, I'm going to, obviously we've had some nice conversations on the side, and all I'll say is, he's rooting for his boy to break into the first team, because it's not going to be easy, Rob. There's a lot of competition for places in that midfield. Just think about yourself in Tucker's shoes for a second. You see a lot of those midfield departures and you're saying, oh, maybe I might get a shot in that first team. And then all of a sudden we make 2 signings, a guy from USL, a guy from Uruguay, and competition is now back on for places. And on top of that, we've heard on this pod, Rob, and even in the comments, they're really, really propping up Ruben Ramos. Will Kuntz is very high on him. Greg Vanney's very high on him. We've seen the starting patterns the last couple of games. The first couple, we started Ruben Ramos up in that sort of forward left 8 position, right? Which normally is probably Tucker. So I think it's going to be difficult for a guy like this to get into the team. But again, as Manny said, spoken like a true manager, by the way, Manny, competition for places, right? You want to keep guys on their toes. You know it, right? It keeps guys on their toes and focus, and they know that if they slip up, the guy right next to him is, the guy's right behind him, just seething at getting that starting berth. And don't forget, guys, Tucker started the first 45 minutes last year in RSL. Interestingly enough, I found out after the fact, one of the big reasons why Greg started him was because he wanted someone to mark Diego Luna. And that was sort of Tucker's big, assignment in that first half. But I think he played a really, really good game. And in this game, he showed, I think, the offensive instincts that I think is really more part of the game. He's got to be pushed up a little higher. And Rob, if I'm looking at that depth chart that I pulled up just a minute ago, I mean, we don't really have a natural right winger. I can see Tucker Lepley deputizing at that right wing position, especially not having JP, as one of the attacking 3. So that'll be interesting to watch, man. But just really happy for Tucker. Got to show his skills. Could have had a hat trick. Should have had a hat trick, by the way. But yeah, really, really happy for his brace.
That second goal was class. So I mean, he
good touch.
Had the calm to scoop it over the keeper. The first one was I think he just had a little bit too much time and he maybe thought about it a little bit. It still managed to go in. But that second one was sweet, man. Here's the photo with this pop. I mean, this is a special moment for any player right here.
Nice moment.
Getting to score in front of your family, man. Ananda, last year very, very early in the year, after during the CVI, you correctly called that Edwin Cerrillo was poised to be that breakout player, right? So that was an instance of you being a brujo. You called it super early. I was like, nah, I think it might be somebody else, but you were right, man. I mean, he's established himself as probably one of the best sixes in the league. So Ananda was a brujo last year. Manny, who do you think could be the breakout player of this year, based on what you've seen at the CVI? Could it be Tucker, or could it be somebody like Elijah Winder?
I think it'll be Elijah. I like him. He's strong. He's fast. He covers a lot of ground. I know it's going to be a new league for him. A little bit. More, I don't know how physical USO is, but like I said, he's young. I did like Cerrillo when he first came in. Again, but everybody knows his play now. So can he take it to the next level? So
Right.
the surprising one might be, we're gonna need the new Young Bucks to be surprising. Maybe Nacimiento. You never know. Maybe he has those Droga Bonitos feet like grab your pec and they mesh up and that's it.
Oh man, I can't wait for the Brazilian music to be going off at the digs, man. So there's like I said, there's not a lot to be really scared about other than staying healthy and these players not getting injuries. There's no alarm bells. Nothing really crazy that's jumping out to me, except for one thing, guys, and it's been something that's been jumping out to me since last year. It's a continuation of maybe how the Galaxy started the year. The Galaxy do give up a goal on another set piece. I think this is, of the 3 goals I've given up, I think 2 of them have been set piece goals. So guys, I'm going to ask this of both of you guys. We'll start with Manny. Do you see this being a problem again in 2025, or do you think it's something momentary here in preseason that they'll be able to sort out?
I think we're gonna sort it out this time because I think we got more taller pieces now. More pieces are more physical up in the air. You have even Chris Ramirez, like he fights more balls in the air. He's taller than Dejan was. Nacimento's taller, so you have taller players. So that might help us out. It helps out, gives some relief to the defenders. Not always, you know what I mean. If they lose a mark, they know somebody else can probably pick them up with the same height. Physically, I don't know yet, but I said Chris Ramirez fights balls in the air, left and right defense, corners. So you seen him at Columbus, he fights those corners. So I think we'll get better.
Well, and on top of all that, guys, we're one more year more experience. Remember last year that back four was almost completely new, right? Yamane was new, Yoshida was new. I want to say we started with Cáceres maybe in the beginning of the year at that time. So they were all new pieces. So, it's just about repetitions. I mean, Yoshida had half a season. Yamane was new. And of course, McCarthy, right? New goalkeeper. I think McCarthy was making some early mistakes in terms of not being commanding enough in his box. And I think over time he built that chemistry with his team. So I think we're one more year experience, man. And I agree with Manny. I think we're gonna fix that up real quick.
Manny, that's my thing that jumps out to me. Like I said, not a whole lot jumps out to me. But that is one thing. Is there anything for good or for bad? It could be something positive. It could be something that you're they need to work on this. But is there something that jumps out to you, perhaps, about the Galaxy team that you've seen so far in 2025?
So far, I see kind of like the same rhythm. Obviously, the possession, like that. Like again, everybody knows how we play now. So what is the next tactic? So it's all out to Greg Vanney. Now, can he outcoach himself again?
Interesting.
Because it's a copycat league, right? So you find out how you can beat them, and they'll just keep doing that. So let's see how he changes up his tactics and figures this out.
That's interesting. That's an interesting theory. I hadn't thought about that. He's got to find out how to outcoach himself, because you're right. Teams will try to figure out how to knock off the champion, kind of try to emulate that style if it's successful. And yeah, so now Greg is going to have to one up himself, kind of like how you said about Cerrillo. Can he take that next level? They just got a cup. It's going to be hard to improve on being a champion. So what do? You have to repeat, right? So with that in mind, what's your prediction for this Galaxy team this year? take into account first we'll start with just within the league, you know, where they'll end up, and then we'll ask you, you know, one more question based on this line of thinking. But take into account, you know, the tournaments, the injuries, you know, Ricky not being there for most of the season, a bunch of new faces that are learning the system. What's your prediction for where the Galaxy end up during the regular season?
Top 4.
Yeah, top 4.
Yeah.
That's what we're calling to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw this one out to you guys. I was just listening to Soccer Wise and Doyle and Gas and Tommy Bogert, and they had the line for Galaxy this season 54.5 points. I think a couple of them took the over. I think Gas took the under, just because he said, I think the not missing Joseph Paintsel for the first 2 months or 8 weeks, and then Ricky's absence. But I thought that was an interesting line. That sounds about right, because 57 points last year was 4th place. So the line was set about 54.5. I think 54 was 5th place last year. So that's I thought that was really interesting. But I agree with you guys. I'm going to take the over on that, and then, you know, have the Galaxy in top 4. I think they will. They might struggle in the beginning and middle stretches, but I think they'll have a nice stretch run, especially when Ricky's back and the chemistry's there.
Yeah, I think we're all pretty much aligned on that. Interesting again to see, you know, people like Tommy Bogert and Fabio Renko, who was on the other day, pretty much
they're high on the Galaxy.
Yeah, they're gonna. They say that the Galaxy are going to challenge for the Supporter Shield. So I mean, hopefully, they're right. Hopefully, they're right, and you know, we're off base, but you know, I feel like top 4 is going to be a really, really nice place to end up, especially considering all the injuries and, you know, the tournaments and stuff like that. And speaking of those tournaments, Manny, you have 3 different tournaments for the Galaxy this year. Well, actually, 4 if you count the Campeones Cup. But do you think the Galaxy pick up a trophy? Do you think they repeat as well? First off, do you think they repeat as champions? And then second, do you think they if no, do you think they pick up any trophy?
I believe we have enough to repeat as champions. Like I said, as long as we clear up the injury bug, everybody shows up healthy, getting into the playoffs, getting hot at the right time. I think we have a chance to repeat. I think the Campeones Cup, we should go for it. You know, pick up that silverware. That's probably, I won't say the easiest game, but like it's one game knockoff. Like, you know what I mean? Right. You can really go in for that game. You're not playing a tournament style like Leagues Cup. Supporter Shield, all depends how our teams does the first half. It determines if we go for it or not. But it should be MLS Cup, Leagues Cup, Campeones Cup. And then after that, CCL. I want CCL for them to really take that serious and really go after that. But again, the injuries, the beginning of the season, hopefully these guys get healthy and get to do some chemistry, because there is some tough teams out there that if you're having a bad day, they won't take it lightly.
Yeah.
No, definitely no. In the Western Conference has gotten stronger. We've seen San Jose get stronger. Seattle, who is, you know, gave the Galaxy a time in the Western Conference final, they got stronger, and you know, they might just be another piece away from being an MLS contender, MLS Cup contender, that is. And of course, then you always have, you know, the city rivals there that are trying to get stronger as well. I mean, I want Champions Cup really, really badly, Manny. If you had to say, you know, one trophy over the other, which one would you take right off bat?
Champions Cup. I've never experienced a CCL game. I'm saving my money to see. Hopefully, I could get out there, either Costa Rica or any type of Mexico game. I want to experience it, so I'm going for CCL. Hopefully, you know.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm right there with you. I know a bunch of people have said that, you know, they want to repeat as MLS Cup champions. And yes, I would love for the Galaxy to repeat as MLS Cup champions, but I would love to see them lift another Champions Cup trophy. And you know, not only get to see Don Raul lift up those 6 fingers, but then he has, you know, the 6 fingers plus 2 for that second Champions Cup, right? So that one's for me. Ananda, if you had to pick one.
I think I've said it before. I think MLS Cup. There's just something about the league. You know, I think for me too, maybe this is clouding my judgment, but I think it's the most realistic in that it'll give us time to get Ricky back. It'll give us time to bed in all the new players, have that chemistry. I mean, we saw what our team sort of, I feel like it got stronger as the season gone on, right, guys? So I feel like that's probably the most realistic. And, you know, MLS is just a weird league where you just have to get in the playoffs and then anything can happen. If you're hot at the right time and you get the right matchups, you only need 4 games. Well, I guess 5 games this season, right? Or 4. I can't remember my math, but the fact that we have to have a 3-game series in the first round, which is dumb, by the way. Yeah, just like literally, like just get rid of it. Anyways, so yeah, I think MLS Cup is probably the most realistic for this team. Although, but like you guys said, I think from my romantic side, will probably say, yeah, CCL run would be really, really nice. And as someone said in the chat, it'd be nice to show the noisy neighbors how to win the CCL.
No, also be showed the MLS, the commission, they didn't pick us for the World Cup of clubs. Like, hey, they won the league and they won CCL, and they're not in the World Club.
Well, don't get me started, Manny. I've complained on this pod about that one so many times.
I'm always for a league. That's what you guys get.
Yeah. You know what? The best way to you know, get your revenge is to live well, and that means that the Galaxy can show people what's up by winning the Champions Cup. We have B Loves says San Jose has the best offseason. Would have loved for them to land a Costa for that Classico rivalry to reignite. That would have been spicy. Shout out B Loves and the Nag boys. But Dallas said nah. I love that. Just the comment.
It's funny, man. Everyone that I've heard, it's like they're not as high in San Jose as we are. Maybe because it's the Bruce factor, right? Like we know what Bruce can do, but everyone is not like, they're just like, there's just too many question marks on like if if Chicho Arango and Jose Martinez can work well together, if Chicho Arango won't have an attitude problem. Like there's just so many other things, but we know what Bruce can do. So that's why they scare me, man.
I think they're missing a playmaker personally. There's a lot of attacking talent up top, but there's maybe not even a playmaker, somebody to link the offense to the defense, right? I mean, somebody like you know, they have
Hernan Lopez still, right? So
they do, but he's more of an attack-minded player. You know, I'm talking about that linker, a la Mickey Yamane, who we haven't mentioned, but had himself a game the other day. He's had himself a preseason, really. For anybody that's been wondering about how the Galaxy are going to be able to advance the ball, you know, I know that us and Marvin G had that conversation. Mickey Yamane has been the one that's dropping deep, picking up that ball and running it forward and doing it really, really well as and not only that, but staying really defensively sound. So shout out Mickey Yamane. Guys, any last words on this Galaxy match? Maybe Manny, do you have a moment of the match that stood out to you?
Just that chip, a beautiful composure.
I
did not have that. I did not think he had that in him. When I saw that, I was like, hey, take a bow. That's
play.
Awesome.
Yeah,
it would have been class for him to get his hat trick, but Tucker Lepley gets the brace to get the Galaxy's first win of the CVI. There is one more match this Saturday. We'll go ahead and give you that information in a moment, as well as these upcoming announcements. The trophy tour continues Saturday the 15th at Hennessy's Tavern in Hermosa Beach. That's where you can catch the MLS Cup trophy that the Galaxy just recently won. Happy birthday to Gabriel Pecchi, the reigning MLS newcomer of the year, is celebrating his birthday. Manny, Outlawz and Gabriel Pecchi have the same birthday, man. That's super cute.
MVP season then.
Let's go. Vamos.
Let's go.
Happy birthday to Galaxy legend, really just one of the foundational pieces of the history and of the success. Mauricio 100 fires Cienfuegos, played for the Galaxy 241 times in all comps, 42 goals, 94 assists. He's a champion in 2002 of MLS Cup, 2000 CONCACAF Champions Cup champ. That's that cup that we were talking about, that nostalgia. That's what we want right there. 2001 US Open Cup champ. Hey, there we go. Oh man, that's a classic bobbleheader right there. I gotta get that one. I don't know if I said this one. 2001 US Open Cup champ, named to the MLS Best 11 in 96, 98, and 99, and a 7-time MLS All-Star. Congratulations to Mauricio Cienfuegos. I hope he was surrounded by his friends and family. Guys, we are celebrating Black History Month, and we're bringing you one Comets card per show. If you guys haven't seen these, go ahead and visit the Comets website and pick these up. Shout out to Matthew and Los Hermanos from Comets. So today we are featuring my paisano, El Tanque Hurtado. So, El Tanque, parte del plantel inaugural del LA Galaxy de 1996, nombrado el equipo de las estrellas de la MLS y el mejor 11 de la MLS en la temporada 96, en décimo de todos los tiempos en goles marcados para el Los Angeles Galaxy. And I'll go ahead and translate for you guys. Part of the LA Galaxy team that was their inaugural team in 96, named to the All-Star team and Best 11 in 96, and 10th all-time on LA Galaxy goals chart. That was accurate when this came out. I'm not sure if that's still 100% accurate, but shout out to El Tanque, and he is, again, if you guys don't know, the reason I was a Galaxy fan and started covering the team. So shout out El Tanque. We've had him on the show too, so check out that back catalog. Theme nights and giveaways. Churro Fest on 3/29. On 4/12, you have replica night giveaway for 2024. You're going to want to be there that night for sure and get yourself a piece of history. On 5/31, there's Star Wars night. Go ahead and dress up like your favorite Star Wars character. On 8/10, you have another replica ring night of 2005, the 20-year anniversary of that cup win. On 8/23, it's Marvel night. On 9/27, Oktoberfest and Marco Royce bobblehead night. That night might be dangerous for all you beer drinkers. 10/18, fan appreciation night / Dia de los Muertos bobblehead night. Hopefully that's not against Houston. I kid. Right. We already know that decision day is not against Houston. So, Manny, do you have maybe one that you're looking forward to on the theme nights?
My bad. I was the 2024 replica ring. Obviously, I want to see how it looks. Nobody's really seen it. I've asked around. It's been very secretly. I want to see how it looks. I wonder what color it is. How many diamonds it has. Obviously, they're gonna the stars on the thing. It's gonna be nice.
Yeah, hopefully they went to
1 week, right? 1 week. I guess they're gonna get it opening day, so we have 1 week before we look at it.
Ooh, I cannot wait to see those photos and see what this ring looks like. We're probably going to highlight this one pretty heavy on the show, so stick around for that, guys, and whenever that drops. Will Lacuna Boys be at Coachella this weekend by chance?
We will. We will be there on Saturday.
Yep. Manny, what about the Outlawz? You guys going to be out there this weekend?
Yeah, so a few of us are going out there.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So.
Yeah, we'll link up for sure. We'll give each other some dabs that day for sure. There is LA Kings Galaxy Night on Tuesday, March 11th. The Kings are playing the Islanders that night. Tickets start at $29. Go ahead and hit that one up to go ahead and catch some hockey with your fellow Gs. One we've told you guys about, Big Arquitecto Verbal. He has a vinyl out now. Go ahead and pre-order this guy. You don't want to miss out on this one. Just as much as as much as you like that intro song, a bunch of heat on this record as well. Go ahead and check it out. Next Blue, White, and Gold pop-up is happening on March 2nd. Common Space Brewery. Pet-friendly, family-friendly, free, all ages from 12 to 5. And a watch party. Galaxy versus Vancouver is going to be on at 2 p.m. And then we have all your supporter groups right now, guys, have open membership. If you want to go ahead and get involved with any supporter group, now's the time. ACB is open. Galaxians are open. Outlawz are open. Happy birthday. And then we have LA Riot Squad open as well. And they also have a t-shirt that they're doing with Section 8 Chicago. They've teamed up to fundraise for fellow Angelinos and their families. More info at Barnburners 1871. And of course, we wouldn't be complete without mentioning Los Hermanos from Comets. They're doing their carpool year 2 for this Saturday, February 15th, Galaxy versus Chicago. That match starts at 10, so I imagine this one leaves early. So hit up Matthew from Comets if you are all interested. And then we go ahead and end this little section here with shouting out all the Inland Empire Gs who are going to be at Pinocchio's before this match in Palm Springs from 8 to 10 a.m. Shout out to Big Heck, who's putting this one together with his Inland Empire group. And then, of course, they're going to head on over to the game. A wonderful thing about this game, guys, is that it's at noon. So you guys can go ahead and go have brunch, get some mimosas in, and then go catch the match. And then I think that pretty much wraps it up for us, guys. we're going to bring it on home here. But before we do, we want to say thank you to our special guest, Presidente of Galaxy Outlawz, celebrating a wonderful 6 years. Long may they be around. Thank you so much, Manny, for coming back and hanging out with us, man.
Thank you. You guys want to know something fun fact about the jersey before I head out?
Absolutely.
Spit it.
Adidas doesn't have, they don't have a mock-up for any team with more than 5 stars. So we're the first one. So I told them they're going to have an issue next year if we get a 7, because once they get the mock-up for 6, like now it goes for 7.
They better figure it out.
Yeah, they're on notice. Figure that out, because another star incoming, right? So Manny, before we get out of here, go ahead and let the folks know where they can find you if they want to reach out and find out more about the Outlawz.
You can find me obviously with the Outlawz and tailgates on section 120. You can hit us up, Galaxy Outlawz on Instagram or in Twitter. You can come out and golf with us also. So any skill level, you go to Top Golf and like it, you want to come out and play, you can come out. We have every skill level from beginners to well-experienced players. You'll learn and come out and have some fun. It's nothing but fun, nothing but Galaxy fans and having a good time. So yeah, either meet me at the stadium or in the links, one of the two. That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah. Manny, thank you so much, man. Ananda, any last words before I take us home?
No, just anyone who's coming out there will be at Rob and I will be at the CVI as well. So come up, say hi. We still got a few stickers that we can hang out. And yeah, just come hang out with us, guys. It'll be, if you are still on the fence for going, you have not gone yet, I highly recommend you going. The access that you get to the players is unreal. If you want something signed, you will definitely get something signed there. 100%. The players are so gracious with their time. So yeah, guys, it's a really fun day out. I think the rain's supposed to stop by then, guys. So another incentive. It should be a very nice sunny day.
Yeah, come say what's up to us. Quasar Golf Club, there it is. And I might hit you guys up in that just so you guys can laugh at me. But hit the Quasar Golf Club up, hit up Manny and the Outlawz and any of the supporter groups out there at the CVI. You'll see us out there as well, guys. This is going to be the last one. Again, unprecedented access to these players. It really is a great event. We have a great time out there. I can't wait to see what year 4 brings from it. Kind of sad assenting. And the Galaxy and that invitational by playing the Chicago Fire at noon on Saturday, February 15th. Of course, that means on Monday, February 17th, we're going to be reacting to the Galaxy's last match against Chicago and bring you everything you need to know in the lead up to the Galaxy's first game, a home opener on February 23rd against San Diego FC. So until we meet again, guys, one thing left to say: LA strong, baby, campeones all day, and G.